I don't know how to explain this without sounding insane, but I need to tell it exactly the way it happened. Because if I leave anything out, it won't make sense. About a year ago, my uncle passed away. He didn't have any kids, so his old house was left to my family. It was a small place, 2 floors, quiet neighborhood. The kind of house that always felt older than it looked. No one wanted to move in. So eventually, I decided I would stay there for a few days, just to clean it up and get it ready to sell. The first night was normal. Too normal. No strange sounds. No creepy shadows. Just silence. The kind of silence that feels heavy. It started with something small. I remember going to bed around midnight. I closed my bedroom door. I'm sure I did. But when I woke up in the middle of the night, it was open. At first, I thought I just forgot. So I got up, closed it again, and went back to bed. I woke up again. This time, I didn't know why, but something felt wrong. I looked at my phone, 4 a.m., and then I noticed it. The door was open again. It wasn't just open, it was open wider than before, like something had pushed it, slowly, carefully. I got out of bed again, checked the hallway. Nothing. No sound, no movement, just darkness. The next morning, I tried to ignore it. I told myself it was just an old house. Doors move, wood shifts. That's normal. While cleaning, I found a box of old photos. Most of them were random family pictures, but one of them caught my attention. It was a picture of the house, taken from outside. At first, nothing seemed strange, until I looked closer. At the upstairs window, there was someone standing there. The photo was taken years ago, before my uncle lived there, before anyone did. And the person in the window was standing in the exact room I slept in. That night felt different, heavier, like the house was aware. I kept the bedroom door locked this time. I made sure of it. Checked it twice. Around 3 a.m., I heard something. A soft sound. From inside the room. Not outside. Inside. Like something moving. Very slowly. Across the floor. I sat up. The sound stopped. Then I noticed the window. It was slightly open. I hadn't opened it. And the curtain was moving. Even though there was no wind. That's when I understood something. The sound I heard didn't come from outside. It came from behind me. I don't know why I did it, but I looked, slowly, carefully, under the bed. There was nothing there, just darkness. But the darkness felt too deep. Like it wasn't just shadow, like it was space. Then I heard it, right next to my ear. You weren't here before. I froze. I couldn't move. But I remember you. I don't remember falling asleep or passing out. But when I woke up, I was on the floor. The bed was moved, slightly, and the door was open. Before leaving, I grabbed that photo again. I don't know why, but this time, it was different. The window was empty, and instead, there was someone else, standing behind the person taking the photo. I left that house the same day. We never sold it. No one goes there anymore. But sometimes, late at night, I get this feeling, like I'm being remembered. And once, I woke up at exactly 4 a.m. And for a split second, I saw my bedroom door slowly opening from the inside. I used to fall asleep with noise. Not music, not TV, just static. It started as a habit. White noise helped me sleep better. So one night, I tuned an old radio between stations and left it there. Just that soft, constant hiss. It worked. Every night, I'd fall asleep faster. Until something changed. It was subtle. So subtle I almost ignored it. I was lying in bed, half asleep, when I thought I heard something inside the static. Not clearly. Just something. Like the noise wasn't random anymore. I sat up and listened. Nothing. Just static again. I told myself it was nothing. The next night, it happened again. This time, I checked the time. 3 a.m. Same feeling. Same almost sound inside the static. I turned up the volume. Slowly. Carefully. And for a split second, I heard a voice. Hello? I froze. Then it was gone. The next day, I tested it. Same radio, same frequency. Nothing. Just normal static. No voice. That night, I stayed awake, waiting. 3 a.m. The static changed again. This time, I didn't miss it. Can you hear me? Clear. Too clear. I don't know why I did it, but I answered. Hello? The static cut out instantly. Complete silence. Then, a response. You answered. My stomach dropped, because the voice didn't sound like it came from the radio anymore. It sounded closer. Every night after that, 3 a.m., the voice came back, always through the static, always clearer. It started asking questions. Are you alone? Is anyone else there? Can you see me? One night, it asked something different. Why did you move the radio? I hadn't told anyone about that, and I definitely hadn't said it out loud. That same night, after the voice stopped, I got up, and I noticed something. My mirror. It was facing my bed. I don't keep it like that. I slowly looked at my reflection. Everything looked normal, except for one thing. Behind me, there was a dark shape, not clear, not solid, but it was there. I turned around instantly. Nothing. Empty room. When I looked back at the mirror, the shape was gone. I unplugged the radio the next day. I was done. No more static. No more voice. That night, I went to sleep in silence. At 3 a.m., I woke up, not because of a sound, but because something felt wrong. I heard it again. Static. But the radio wasn't plugged in. The sound was coming from somewhere else. It wasn't across the room anymore. It was right next to me, right by my ear. And then I heard it, clearer than ever. You don't need the radio anymore. I'm already here. I don't use static anymore. I don't keep radios in my room. But sometimes, when everything is completely silent, I still hear it. Faint. Very faint. Like it's waiting for me to listen again. I've never told anyone this story before. Not because I don't want to, but because I still don't fully understand what happened that night. A few years ago, I worked the night shift at a small monitoring office just outside my town. The job was simple. We monitored security camera feeds from different locations: abandoned warehouses, closed factories, empty office buildings, places that didn't need full-time guards, just someone watching remotely. My shift was from midnight to 6 a.m., and I always worked alone. That night started like any other. It was raining lightly outside, the kind of rain that makes everything feel quieter than it already is. Inside the office, there was only one dim fluorescent light above me and the glow of 12 security monitors lined up across the desk. Everything was normal until 3 a.m. Screen #6. I don't know why I noticed it. Maybe it was instinct. Maybe something wanted me to. But my eyes locked onto screen #6. It showed a camera feed from an abandoned warehouse about 5 minutes away from the office. The place had been shut down for years. No workers, no electricity inside, no reason for anyone to be there. But that night, there was someone standing in front of the camera. At first, I thought it was just a trespasser. The figure was completely still. Too still. They were standing directly in front of the camera, facing it, like they knew exactly where it was. I couldn't make out any details. The image was grainy, the lighting was bad, and the person, if it even was a person, looked unnaturally dark, like a silhouette that didn't belong. I picked up the intercom and spoke. "Hello, this area is under surveillance. You need to leave immediately." No response. Not even a slight movement. Right then, the office phone rang. The number was unknown. I answered it without thinking. "Monitoring center. How can I help you?" At first, silence. Then, a voice, barely above a whisper. "Don't look at him." I frowned. "What?" The line went dead. I slowly turned back to screen #6. The figure was still there, but something felt off. It took me a second to realize it. He was closer. I was sure of it. I glanced at the clock. 3 a.m. I looked back at the screen, then checked the clock again. Still 3 a.m. I waited. Another minute passed. Still 3 a.m. When I looked back at screen #6, my stomach dropped. The figure was much closer now. Close enough that I could start making out the shape of its head. But the camera hadn't zoomed. It couldn't zoom, which meant it had moved. The phone rang again. Same unknown number. I answered it slower this time. Before I could speak, the voice came through. "He sees you now." My chest tightened. "What are you talking about?" A pause. Then, "Don't let him reach the door." That's when it hit me. Screen #6. The warehouse. The entrance in that camera feed. That was the main door. I forced myself to look back at the screen, and that's when I saw its face. Or what should have been a face. There were no eyes. Just dark, hollow spaces where they should have been. Its mouth was stretched too wide, too long, forming something that looked like a smile, but felt completely wrong. Unnatural. Then I heard it. From outside the office, footsteps. Slow, heavy. Tap, 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 tap. Coming from the hallway. The phone rang again. This time, I grabbed it instantly. The voice wasn't whispering anymore. It was urgent. "He's not on the camera anymore." I looked. Screen #6 was empty. At that exact moment, I saw a shadow appear under the office door. Something was standing right outside. Then, slowly, that shadow started to move, like something was pressing closer, trying to come in. I dropped down beside my chair, trying to stay quiet. The footsteps stopped. Everything went silent, completely silent. And then, right behind me, a whisper, close enough that I could feel it. "You looked at me." The next thing I remember, I woke up on the floor. Morning shift had arrived. They said they found me unconscious. They checked the security logs. All of them. Screen #6 showed nothing. No figure. No movement. Nothing at all. But the phone records were still there. 3 calls. All received at 3 a.m. And all of them came from my own number. I quit that job the same day. I moved out of that town not long after. But every now and then, at exactly 3 a.m., my phone rings. Unknown number. And when I finally work up the courage to answer, there's only one thing I hear. "I can still see you."